Jennah the Gem is a 19-year-old girl from Visalia, California, who started her mixed martial arts dream at 4 years old. She decided to start going into wrestling, boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, Nogi, and judo. Everything I've done in my life has been some sort of building block for my career. And some people thought I was crazy, you know, some 10-year-old girl going for runs multiple times a day and being in the gym, not hanging out with friends. But it's why I'm at this point already. When I turned pro, I was still a senior in high school. Now I'm a board member here at the Visalia PAL program, where I've been at since I was 8 years old. With the Visalia PAL, I have 3 national titles. I was on Team USA for a year, where I brought home gold from overseas. It's just been building ever since then.
Every journey has ups and downs, so what are some of the obstacles you've overcome on your journey as a fighter?
We're going through a lot of obstacles right now, actually, so.
Adversities, it's a blessing. So
yeah.
You keep working hard, and God, you keep in your faith, God has your back. That's it.
Okay. There's been many obstacles in my career, but also just in life. I mean, we're all other people outside of the ring as well, you know. Of course, we want to stay in the ring, stay in the cage, and do what we got to do what we love. But there's always going to be obstacles outside of it, you know. I've been blessed with a great dad, single dad who's raised me since I was 2 months old by himself. We've always been on like a fixed income. Everything that we have or have gotten has been blessed by God. We've always had everything we needed. Maybe not everything wanted, but God still provided. We go through so many obstacles, even going through some today, but all of it has a purpose, and it's all been a test to my faith and who I am. And all of it's been kind of like character development and really just looking at the end game and being where God wants me to be at the right time. And I'm so blessed to have the people I have and the teammates, the supporters, and great family, even gym family. You know, I have great coaches that I've seen as father figures, uncles, brothers, and I've just been blessed, and my career is definitely a reflection of that. My faith is a reflection of that. You know, there's been ups and downs, but I am who I am because of that, and I am so blessed to be able to getting into the next stage of my life.
My name is Luis Gallardo. I've been coaching for 26 years. Been coaching Jennah since she was 8 years old, which is a total of 11 years. The difference with Jennah is she comes in determined. Since she was 8 years old to now, she gives me her 110%. Every day she comes in with a good attitude, wanting to learn and wanting to progress in life. Love the development that she's overcoming now that she's a professional fighter. You could definitely see the difference of how she sits, throws the punches, and it's just awesome to see her grow, both individually and as a fighter aspect.
And Jennah has been a part of our program for nearly 11 years. I am Art Villarreal. I am the PAL officer for Visalia PD, and I'm in charge of the Visalia PAL program. I've known Jennah since she was 9 years old. She's always come in with a good head on her shoulders, always determined, and always wanted to be the champion since I've known her. I serve as a mentor, kind of guide her through this whole process of life, really. Honestly, she does great by herself. So the opponent should be aware that she's going to be very explosive. She is very elegant in her technique. She's going to come in determined and be ready to fight, and she will put on a good show for the people.
This is only the beginning. You know, this is the very first steps into my career, and I want people to know where it started. This is exactly who Jennah the Gem is now, and you know, she's just going to keep growing from here, getting better from here, and being at a bigger level. But I won't ever forget where I started, who started with me, and who's been putting in the time, the effort, the money, everything into me now. It's just going to reflect better when I'm on the big time stage and I have the titles and I have the recognition. Just remember that Jennah the Gem is just like everybody else who started at the bottom and working her way up. And it's all because of God and the time I put in and the sacrifices not only for myself but for my team and my family. Big one I'm thankful for is my dad. It's always just been me and him. We clash a lot because we're like the same kind of person, but he's been there for every single part. Whether it's training, tournaments, there's been times where he's dead sick and still making me get to a tournament. And he's been such a big part of my career, not only in the ring, on the mat, but also outside of it. He's been there, again, for everything. When I got hurt, when I'm on the mat, when I've had big losses, he's been there for every single part of it. I actually almost quit altogether when I first started wrestling. That I cried a lot. I was 4, and I was like, you know what, Dad? I don't want to do this. This is hard. I got beat up a lot, and I was like, Dad, we're done. But yeah, he made me stick with it, and he was like, we started the season. I paid for it. You know, you got to be into it. And so that kind of was like the first test in it. Yeah, he said, if you want to quit after the season, okay, but you're finishing it. You start something, we don't quit. He said, your brothers won't let that go, but also I'm not going to raise a quitter. And so I stuck with it. I asked him, I was like, how am I supposed to keep going if I'm just going to get beat up all the time? Like, I'm not getting anything out of it, I'm just getting beat up. And you have to go after the best in the room, the ones who beat you up all the time, and start picking apart their game, picking apart what they're doing and learn from it, not just take it, cry, and be over and like all sad about it. I have a great relationship with all my coaches, very family-like, and again, same thing, they've been there for when times are hard. They always made sure I got to do what I wanted to do in my career, and again, that was just a blessing from God. Someone who's been a big inspiration in my life, in my career, again, would be my dad. He went a different path when he was younger, not necessarily the same way I did, and he made it his life goal to make sure I went on the right one. He's been hard on me, of course, since day one, but it's definitely shaped me to who I am. It's prepared me for what I needed to expect going into the professional career, whether that's being in the public or being in the gym. He's shaped my character and who I am to be where I'm at today. And yeah, I look up to him a lot more than I like to admit to him, but yeah. I never thought I'd be crying during a boxing interview. What the heck? Dang, that got really deep. Holy crap.
Good job, Jennah.
Crap. I didn't think so either.